Hey guys, how's it going? Good? Yeah? Do you guys have your stuff you need for class today? Yoga mats, workout blocks. What are workout blocks? Yoga blocks, a chair, all that good stuff. Hey everyone.
Hello, Miss Alyssa.
Hey Miss Amanda, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Pardon? Oh,
Good.
I'm good, thank you. I'm good.
Alicia,
Hey Aisha.
you're unmuted.
Hi.
Hey.
I was like, I'm muted, unmuted, muted.
It's all good. How's everyone? Good. Yeah. If you guys weren't in when I just said it like 6 seconds ago, yoga blocks, yoga mats, chair. If you guys have those things, make sure they're nearby. We're gonna do a lot of focus on our shoulders today, shoulders and neck and upper body, as well. I have a really good deep hip stretch we're gonna do today for our hip flexors, and we'll of course do magic pike because we got to do magic pike every week because it's magical. We'll give 1 more minute to everybody, but if you guys want to start doing your jumping jacks, yeah, Olivia was already ready. She like sprang up to her feet. So let's do 50 of them, okay, guys? 50 jumping jacks. Good stuff. Awesome. On Friday. Woo. Feeling good. Good stuff, everybody. Okay, anybody who's joining in, who just came in, make sure you do your jumping jacks before we get started on anything else, okay? We're gonna do one strengthening exercise. The last 2 weeks we had done our glute exercise where the focus was trying to keep the glute light and airy. We don't wanna lift heavily. Today we're gonna do something for the triceps and the arms, since we'll be spending some time with our shoulders today. So this is my new favorite push-up. I love these guys so much. We're gonna lay down on our stomachs, and just as if you were gonna push up into cobra, but not all the way, we're gonna start right here. Even right now, you can see that my tricep is really activated and engaged. So we're lifting and then pressing back down. We're not coming all the way up like we would if we were stretching. So just to that halfway point. So we're gonna do 20 of those, okay guys? Here we go. 1, 2, take a second to squeeze and hold each time you're coming up. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hope you guys are hanging in there all right. You're squeezing, you're feeling it. 8, 9, 10. 10 more, guys. We're halfway. 11, 12, 13, 14. Really think of peeling your chest up off the ground. 15. Woo, it's burning. 16. 17. 3 more. 18. 19. One more time, guys. You got this. and 20. Excellent. So remember, the Alexa flexibility program work that we do is meant to be altered with strength training as well. So if you guys have been taking some of the exercises we've been working on and practicing them at home, you're gonna wanna think of doing like 1 or 2 stretches and then a strength exercise, 1 or 2 stretches and a strength exercise. So far, I know we had done the glute exercise. We've done this one for our arms now. We did the baskets, right, where we sat back and we came back up. So that's for our core. You want to think if any of these exercises we've done so far for the stretches, if they feel a little bit too much, where we talked about that pain scale, where they're too intense, it might mean that we're feeling a little weaker in those areas. So we can always do strength exercises to work those areas and work up to that stretch, if that makes sense. I'm going to do a quick recap of Magic Pike just because I know, Aisha, you haven't got to do it before, have you? No? Oh, you're muted, sorry.
Kind of showed me a little bit in class before, but no.
Okay.
Like, I wouldn't remember it, to be honest.
No worries. I'll talk through the setup really quick. Girls, you guys can all get set up for Magic Pike. I'm just going to give a re-explanation in case we have anybody else who hasn't got to do this with us yet either. So we're going to need our chair for this. Remember, we need a chair that's sturdy enough that we can stand on. So we're standing up onto our chair, opening the feet as wide as we possibly can on the chair with our heels dangling off the back. We're walking our hands down the chair, making sure the body is even, and then 30 times. So we're gonna do 15 to each side. We're gonna bend one knee, so I'm gonna bend my left knee and push my hips out to the right. We hold for 2 seconds, and we switch. So now I'm bending the right knee, pushing the hips out to the left for 2 seconds, and we're gonna do this 30 times. I'll come down and talk you guys through it in a second. The very last step we do, we bend the right knee and then we'll stretch the left. We're gonna take the opposite hand and we're gonna cup the knee and hold here for 30 seconds, okay? Remembering some things, we wanna keep our hands even on our chairs. We wanna work for as much mobility in the hips as we shift them from side to side. We wanna try and drop the head if we can, no tension there, relaxing it as we're going. And really, really, I know it's difficult when we don't have a mirror, but please be mindful of the anatomy of your knees, that you're not letting them bend in or bow out. We really want them to go directly in front of us, not in a turnout, in a true parallel. Okay, so let's hop up on those chairs and we'll start going 2 seconds per side. You can start to pace it out on your own, and I have you on gallery view right now, so I'll call out if I see anybody that needs to be doing a little bit more. So 2 seconds per side, bending one knee, pushing the hips out to the opposite side as far as your body will go. Good stuff. Remembering that if you have somebody else around that can help you with this, they can be taking the palms of the hand here. I was gonna say heels, don't let them take the palms of their heels. Palms of their hands and dig it into your glutes or into our hips in order to get some more mobility, doing like a little massage technique through this. So we're doing 2 seconds per side. Good. I'm seeing a lot of nice relaxed heads today. Olivia M, release your head. Yeah, let it dangle like it's weighted. Good. Completely releasing from our necks. Anna, yes, thank you, Anna. You did it as soon as I said it. Good. Nice work. Alexis Diaz, relax your neck. There it is. Look at how much more you got out of there. Beautiful. Nice work, dancers. Remember, our heels should be hanging off the back of the chair. So your feet should be as wide as the chair, and then your heels are off the back of it. So Anna, can you dangle your feet off the back, or is your chair gonna fall over? There you go. You're gonna get so much more out of the stretch that way. Good. I don't quite know what number we're at because I've been looking around and correcting you guys. So let's all bend our right knee, take the opposite hand and hold it on that knee. Make sure that it's in a cup So our thumb isn't out, it's squeezing in with the rest of our fingers. Once you get to 30, you're gonna switch. Keep trying to push for more mobility in the hip. So as far as you can push that hip out without sacrificing the line of your knees. Nice stuff, everybody. Dangling that other heel off the chair, really working for length. Trying to think of keeping our weight forward. Lovely. And when you get to your own 30, you can switch. Awesome. Yeah, I see some of us are already switching, so perfect. Nice job, dancers. Keep lengthening. You're almost there. I know that this is the point where for a lot of us, we might be starting to feel that 7-8 feeling slipping to a 9-10 because our muscles are getting fatigued. So just keep breathing and just know you're almost out of it. You're like 10 seconds away. And when you're done, you can come on out and try your standing toe touch. Don't just plop down. Actually take the second to reach down to the floor and elongate through your spine. See how it feels. Ah, so much bend. Good. Nice. Aisha, did you end up getting more out of it? Yeah, isn't that bonkers? It's my favorite. Okay, we're gonna do one for our shoulders. We're gonna do a couple for our shoulders today, but we're gonna start with a specific one. If any of you have a portable ballet bar at home, because I know some of us do, some of us don't, and it's okay, you can do this exercise standing at your ballet bar. You also could do it standing if you have like a cabinet that it would have to be a perfect height for you to stand with a flat back. So, well, having your elbows on it. So this can be done standing. I'm gonna teach it to you all with your chair because it's more accessible for everybody that way, but it can be done with our bodies standing on a bar or a countertop. So I'm gonna set up my chair here and I'm gonna double up my mat underneath my knees just because they might get a little bit sore. So I'm gonna double this up under my knees here, okay? And I'm gonna turn this around. Oh, one very important thing that we learned at the workshops that I'm going to explain to you guys before we do these shoulder stretches today. So something I didn't even know existed until I went and took this workshop, she was telling us something about stretch fainting. So stretch fainting can happen when we're holding in intense stretches that are usually centered around the neck or the shoulders, especially if those are areas that you hold a lot of tension. If you get a lot of like stress in your neck and shoulders, sometimes releasing and opening up those spots can cause us to feel really dizzy. If at any point any of you guys are feeling dizzy, I want you to gently come out of the stretch, take a seat, like just sit down however you're comfortable, grab some water in a couple minutes when you can, and then come back to the activity. Like no questions asked. If you're feeling dizzy, don't do it. A couple of signs you would be looking for is if your temperature drastically changes, if you are feeling sick to your stomach all of a sudden, you feel lightheaded, any of those are good signs. Just listen to your bodies while you're doing this. When we did the one shoulder stretch the first day, I was okay. And then when we had to up it the next day, I almost did actually stretch faint. So it is a real thing. Listen to your bodies, be safe and careful. So I'm gonna take my chair and I'm gonna bring it here, okay? So the way we're gonna begin this is with our arms in prayer pose. So I'm gonna take my elbows and balance them on my chair while walking myself back so that I'm in this flat back position, okay? If this is a little too intense for you, you can always do this same way, just up a little bit higher. So you guys can pick what you feel works best for you. So we're gonna do 30 seconds in that position with our eyes up, okay? So we're not letting the eyes drop down, 30 seconds flat back here. And then for 30 seconds after that, we're gonna drop our heads as low as we can into this flat back position. The next step would be bringing our thumbs slowly towards the back. And then we take the hands and we're gonna open them up onto the shoulders nice and slowly. And I'll cue you for all of those things. what we're trying to aim for when we bring the thumbs to our back and open up the palms, you really want to try and have even hands. So if your wrists buckle or tent, if they pitch up, that's going to tend to show you that you have a weaker side, which would mean we need to do some more strengthening to work on that one particular side. So we're trying to get that nice flat feeling, everything even, all fingers touching, okay? Does everybody understand? Give me a thumbs up. Yeah, great. We love the thumbs up method. Okay, 30 seconds in prayer pose with a flat back with your eyes up, please. Yes, good. Make sure you're squeezing your cores. This is a really easy position to let your ribs go. So squeeze your cores and your ribs up. Alexis Diaz, can you bring your ribs up? Yeah, and then think of stretching out from your tailbone. So pull your tail. Yes, there you go. You feel that? Good. Good. Keep those eyes lifted. Almost like you're looking at your wrists if you can. Yeah, there you go. It's going to open up those shoulders. Good. Okay, so open up the elbows to allow your head to drop through them. So you want to let your head go right through. If you can close your elbows up a little bit once your head is through. Don't bring your hands towards your shoulder blades yet, though. We have to hold here for 30 seconds now. Thinking of lengthening through the tailbone, pulling it all the way back. Good. Nice. Olivia M, can you pull your tailbone back just a little bit more? We want to try and, yes, we want to try and get a little bit more of a flat back out of you. There we go. We love that. Kaylee, you're looking good. Lily's looking good. Good, good, good. Anna, pull back through your tailbone even just a little bit more. That's it. That's it. We love that. Okay, friends, slowly take your thumbs towards your shoulder blades. Good. And open those fingertips up, and we're going to hold here. So we're opening the hands to press down on the backs of the shoulder blades. We're trying to think of flat hands. Good. Ava, yeah, relax through your wrists. You're doing it as I was going to say it to you. Good. Alexis, you should have all of your fingertips on your shoulder blades. So palms and fingertips down. Yes, 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 yes. There you go. Woo, okay. Slowly and carefully come up out of that. Some of you look winded just coming out of that. Did you feel that for your shoulders? It's like a bonkers one for opening up your shoulders. And I know a lot of you guys are doing acro and stuff too. So this is awesome for opening things up for any kinds of handstands or any kind of work that you're doing that way, where all the weight is placed into the hands, which is a lot of our acro work. Did that all make sense? Does anyone have any questions about that one? Because that one's new. We're all good? Okay. Are you guys okay to do another one for your shoulders, or do you want to do one for your hips and then go back to shoulders? Anybody? No one's gesturing at their body parts. Okay, shoulders. Ava's saying shoulders. She's pointing at shoulders like this. Okay, I'm gonna take you guys on a little adventure so that you can see my lovely door here. So we're gonna all do this one together. You're gonna need some kind of wall space. You just need enough that you can stand in front of it, okay? So this is the level 1 variation of this. You can do this exercise every day. It is wonderful. This is the exercise that when we got to level 2, it was like bananas, one of the deepest stretches I've ever felt in my life. But for today, we're gonna do level 1. We're gonna work through it together. So I'll do this up close just for a second. When I'm telling you shoulder forward, it's like you're taking your shoulder and rotating it to the floor. And then when we're saying open shoulder, it's like I'm taking my shoulder and opening it up towards the ceiling. Does that make sense? Just so that when we're up on the wall actually doing the thing, everybody knows. So shoulder forward, give that a try. Good. And shoulder opening up and backwards. Wonderful. So we're going to come to our wall space here. And let's all do our right hand first. So my hand is going to be like this with the thumb to the ceiling at my shoulder height. But I'm going to be facing away for you guys for a minute. So my hand is here on the wall, and I'm facing away from you. Please make sure if you're hyperextended in your elbows that you're not pressing into that hyperextension. You got to relax your elbows, okay? So we're here in this position with our thumb up towards the ceiling. And then I'm slowly going to start to walk my feet away from my arm as much as my body will let me go. And that's going to be different for all of us. You do want to make sure your feet are parallel and that they're under your shoulders. So my thumb is still facing the ceiling. My shoulder to wrist are all at one height together. And I'm going to take the time to do 3 pliés and stretches here with my shoulder rolling forward. So shoulder forward towards the ground. We're going to plié and stretch, plié and stretch. One more, plié and stretch. Same thing, but let's open that shoulder up towards the ceiling now. Again, listening to your body, plié and stretch, plié and stretch, plié. Good work, guys. Take that shoulder and bring it back to the floor again. And this time we're gonna just do some pliés with our head dropping and rising up to the ceiling. We'll do 3 pliés again like this. And up. And then opening the shoulder up towards the ceiling. Good, and same thing, but now we're gonna drop our head from ear to shoulder each time that we're going. So we're gonna take those pliés, ear to shoulder, keeping that nice open rotation. One more time. And up. Now don't just walk off of your wall. You have to turn back to where you came from and then relax. Okay, and I want you guys to just look at this for a second. I swear I'm not exaggerating. So my right hand is the one I just did. If you take a look at my right shoulder, it's currently lower than my left one. If you're anywhere near your phone screen, go look up and like take a look. I bet your shoulders maybe quite aren't the same level as they were when we started. It's pretty wild. So we have to do it on the other side so that we're even Stevens, but hopefully you guys are feeling nice and open through that. Let's do the other side. So we're taking our left hand this time, thumb up towards the ceiling, shoulder in line with our wrist, and we're gonna walk ourselves away as far as your body will let you go. It's okay if you don't have as much mobility on one side as the other. Listen to what your body's telling you, okay? It's okay if it's not even. It just means that that side might need a little bit more work because it's a little bit more tight, and that's all right. So rolling that shoulder towards the ground, let's take 3 pliés. 1, and stretch, 2, and stretch. One more time, 3, nice work. And shoulder up towards the ceiling, same thing, 3 pliés. And stretch, and down, stretch, and a third time down, and stretch. Let's take that shoulder towards the ground again. This time we're dropping and rising the head as we do our pliés. So letting it drop, and rise, and drop, and rise, drop, and rise. And then we're going to take ear to shoulder. We're opening up that shoulder toward the ceiling now. And we're dropping ear to shoulder as we take our pliés. Nice work, everybody. Woo, I can feel that. I am one of those people that don't have as much mobility in one side as the other. So my left shoulder definitely needs a little extra TLC, and that's all right. Walk yourselves towards the wall. And give that a nice little shake out. Woo! Yeah, it feels good. So I'm just gonna come up to the camera for a second and ask you guys, and raise your hand if this happened, and it's okay if it did. Did anybody feel any kind of tingliness or numbness while they were doing this exercise? Yeah? Okay, some of us, yes. So just so you all know, that tingliness and numbness is actually okay. There's nothing wrong with you if that's happening. It was my first question when I came off the bar from doing this. It generally just means that that part of the body needs a little bit more attention. So I get that tingliness and the numbness a lot in my hips as well if I'm doing anything on my right side where the leg is up from these exercises. And I've had a prior injury there, so it makes a lot of sense. It just means that we need some extra love. What you want to be careful of if you're doing this stretch at home, if you feel a pinching in the elbow area, that's when it's a problem. So tingliness, numbness, it's fine. As long as you're not feeling dizzy. If we feel pinching, then that's bad. We don't want that. Does that make sense? Did anybody feel a pinching when they were doing it? No one felt pinching? Great. Congratulations on all having such awesome elbows. What a good day it is for all of us. Shall we do something for our hips? So you're gonna need your 2 bricks now. I'll bring you guys back to my setup over here. Okay, so this is called the W stretch because we make a letter W. I'm gonna do this facing you guys because when you see what we're doing, you can imagine it's not a very nice view for all of you if I do it the opposite way. So I will do my best to describe what's going on, and if we need another view, I will turn around, but it will be a lot of my gluteus maximus. So you're gonna take these bricks, we're gonna spread them apart as wide as you can to put your knees on each of the bricks. So give yourself time to adjust in this. If you need it a little bit wider to actually feel the stretch, that's okay. And you want to make sure that your feet are directly in line with your knees. So you'll notice my feet aren't out like this. Ooh, we don't want that. So we have our knees in a nice line, okay? And here's where things are going to feel weird. We're usually pretty used to, if I was like in a nice flat position, holding myself, keeping my pelvis square in like this diagonal line, but you want to take your hips and you want to take them and face them towards the ground. So this is like the only time that you're actually allowed to kind of we're not opening the rib cage, we're still squeezing our cores, but we're dropping it out of line from where we would normally keep it. So my hips are facing towards the floor instead of being up here, okay? I'm sinking into them. So the first thing we're gonna do in this position is just rock the hips from side to side. I'm not moving my feet when I do this, okay? So be mindful as you rock from side to side. Your elbows are relaxed, you're not holding in your hyperextension. The rock is nice and gentle. Now, some of us might feel really stiff in this position. A lot of people have mobility issues within the hips. So if you have a second person that's able to give you a hand, you can either get them to kind of massage in your hip flexors, or if they were to kind of stand with you, they can help you rock in circles if you're feeling like you're completely stopped, kind of like a rock hard position. If we can't get any mobility from side to side in the hips here. So our next step, we're gonna drop down to our elbows if you can get down to your elbows without your head going lower than your butt. So you can come on down and your head has to stay up higher than your butt. So you're gonna take your weight and you're gonna rock forward and then you're gonna push back, and trust me, you can go back further than you think you can. It's a deep stretch. And we're gonna keep doing that forward. We're not moving the feet at all. Back. Try to relax your bums. Make sure you're not holding onto your glutes at all. And back, forward, and back. I didn't realize until I did all these exercises how much I actually hold on to my butt muscles, because so many years of ballet class being like, squeeze your glutes, and jazz class being like, squeeze your glutes, and contemporary and everything. But we want to try to relax our booties while we're doing this because it'll help us get some more mobility. So we're not gripping. Good. Come on back up onto your hands. And we're going to take a walk to the right. Good stuff, everybody. Hold here. You guys feeling it? Nice deep stretch. And other side. Walking it out. Keep those hips facing down towards the floor. And back to the center. And ease on out of there. Woo! That was a lot. So I'm gonna leave you guys with a little, like, this is a funny challenge to do. We're gonna stand up for a second. It's not like a physical challenge or anything like that. It's just going back to that comment I made about how much we grip our glute muscles. So stand up if you can. Well, not if you can, stand up. So I want you guys to try your best to squeeze your core without squeezing either your thighs or your glutes. So core only, and then be mindful right away if you grip your butt or your thigh muscles. So I'm getting better at this every time I practice, but I can still feel my butt trying to like, when I do it. Do you guys feel that? Trying to get the core muscles to engage without utilizing the glutes or the quads. And a lot of these exercises, the key to getting more out of them, to being able to improve our stretching, to continue to improve, is relaxation. And the spots we tend to grip the most are everything that line the hips. So that's going to be the quads leading up to the hips, the glutes, and the hamstrings. So that's a great way to practice to see if you're a gripper. So try getting your stomach muscles to hold without gripping your butt or your quads. It's a fun challenge. Yeah, that's what we have for today for exercises. Come on up. Does anybody have any questions or anything before we have to go? Any questions, comments, concerns? Did you have a favorite stretch today?
I think this one on the chair.
Yeah?
That one killed me. I did shoulders today in my basement with weights, so that killed me today.
Yes. I wait till you try it when you actually have like the ballet bar to do it. If you're at the studio, it is bananas. It's so good.
You should honestly talk to Amanda about running a class like this next year, because I would totally take it if you did.
I would take, yeah, 100%. I'm hoping to still get my levels 3 and 4 over the summer, even because she's still offering classes online. So with having all of that, we have tons of material to get through. Does anyone else have a favorite today? Favorites, anything? Did you all hate the entire thing?
Don't all speak at once, guys. Come on now.
Really?
Like the magic pike, even if like we always do it, it's just because I'm already really flexible that way, but I just feel it feels like more like a stretch where I can get like further, and I feel it in my calves and like behind my legs and stuff like that. It feels really good.
Yes, Olivia.
The one we put our hand on the wall.
Yeah, what did you like about it?
Like I don't know, it felt like good.
Felt good. That's good. That's all it needs to, as long as we're feeling good. Wait till we can show Miss Amanda and Miss Aisha the one that we do with partners. The Kaylee shaking her head no. She's like, no, don't do it. With the yoga blocks. So there's like a partner pike stretch you can do, and it is intense, but is so wonderful.
You know what? The girls showed it to me. They did that one with me.
They aren't happy sometimes when I make them do it. Some of them don't mind. Some of them very much do.
Lily is probably one of the only ones that doesn't mind.
Yeah, Lily sits in it every time with a flat back, just like.
That's who my partner was when we did it in class.
That's funny. Any other questions today, guys?
I think you should bring Zach to class and have him do the partner one with you.
Oh, no, he would kill me. Also, we can't be, him and I aren't good partners for that because I'm 5'3" and he's almost 6 feet tall. So his legs are too, it might work because I'm more flexible than him actually, but it would be a lot further that I have to go just because his leg range is huge. You're supposed to do it with someone with relatively the same size legs.
Similar.
Yeah.
For sure.
You guys rocked today. So we've gotten through a lot of material for the level 1 stuff, which is great because it means that starting next week, I have a couple new ones to introduce with us still that we can do. There are some that we can only do in the studio. Like there's some for bridges and stuff that you have to have a partner spotting you. And it's not, I know we're all capable of pushing up into our bridge, but it's about hitting, like, first of all, you have to do it on a mat so that it gives you a raised elevation. And it's about the space you can get with your back, and you can't see that without a partner. Even if somebody's calling you on that and you're trying to fix it. So like that's one we'll have to do in the studio. The one with the arms through the chair is really hard to do on your own. And you also have to have a chair that you can stick your arms through. Did I do that one with any of you? Did we do that one? No, I don't know if our chairs at the studio would allow us to put our arms through them.
I don't even remember what
don't
they
think
look
so.
like.
I don't think so. Because I think you need a folding chair to do those. But there's a couple that we won't be able to do just because of space limitations and like what we have available to us and don't have a partner. But that means next week though we'll have a couple more to learn, and then I can start being like this one, this one, this one, and we'll start getting through a whole bunch of them each class. And once we improve and we're feeling really good about all of those, we can start to move them up to the level 2 things. So we have a couple of things to do for our feet. We have one for our IT bands. I still need to teach you guys. We did the butt stretch, right? The one with our foot up in butterfly on the chair. Yeah, Kaylee's saying yes. So I'm really looking forward to it when we get to start putting it all together. You guys were rock stars today. I hope you have a great weekend, and I will see you all next week. So thank you.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Thanks for coming, Ika.
Thank you. Bye.